Hey friends, I am Hilton Carter. I'm a plant stylist, artist, and also an author. Now, I talk a lot about plants and how to bring them into your homes, and one of the things that I actually love about bringing plants into a home is making a space more wild. And I have a product that I call the Cradle, which is basically a propagation vessel to allow you to style your cuttings, making those little plant babies grow in your home. Now, I've been selling these products, but I've been thinking of how could I make it more colorful? So what I decided to do was bring in a bit of Minwax stain power. Now, that's Minwax wood finish, solid color stain, just to add that bit of color, that bit of pop that I've been looking for. So I went to Lowe's, headed right into the paint department, and while I'm there, I'm looking for the right colors that I need for my project to add that bit of color to my Cradle. Now, I was looking for a bit of marine blue, some Fiesta orange, a bay blue, and of course, pearl white, because I wanna mix it up. I wanna add different types of colors to one particular Cradle. When you're dealing with this sort of solid color stain, you actually have to take it to the paint counter and have them add those colors to it, add those dyes to it. And once they went through that process, added the colors, I was able to then take it, bring it home, and then get ready to start the project. So right now, I'm gonna show you the process of how I'm gonna add that bit of wonderful, beautiful, fun color to my Cradles. So here we go. So now I wanna make sure I have all the color stains that I need. I'm gonna grab my stir stick, paintbrush, drop cloth, rags to help wipe off any excess, gloves, of course, my synthetic applicator pad, sandpaper, and of course, my Cradle. So typically my Cradles are made out of walnut, maple, sometimes Osage orange, more hardwoods. But when it comes to applying any sort of water-based colored stain, you're gonna need a wood that is more porous, something that can pull in the actual stain. So in this case, we used an ash wood. We could have went with an oak as well. Well, since my manufacturer Matt had pre-sanded these Cradles, all I had to do was wipe them off and then get ready to pre-stain them. So I grabbed a can of Minwax pre-stain and started to apply that over the Cradles. Once you're done with that, let it sit there for about a minute to dry, and then after that, you're gonna take your lint-free rag and then wipe off any excess stain that might be there. So after you apply your pre-stain, you're gonna give it another 15 to 30 minutes, and then once those 30 minutes are up, you're gonna take a 220 grit sandpaper, lightly sand it, and then you're gonna wipe off that dust. So now that it's time for me to apply the color stain to my Cradle, the first thing I need to do is obviously pop open that can, stir, then dip my brush in and make sure I go with the grain of the wood. And what I really love about this water-based stain is that it's easy, it's fun to apply. It literally goes on just like paint. I mean, thicker than any other stains I've ever seen before. It's important to remember to remove any water-based solid stain with an applicator pad so that you can ensure yourself a smooth, even finish. Once I wipe away that stain, I'm gonna give it at least 2 hours. But if I wanted to really make it more brilliant, I could have added more coats. I decided to just leave it as is because I love the fact that it showed a bit more of that wood grain through the color stain. Because I'm using multiple colors for one single Cradle, I feel very confident being able to apply that stain evenly. But if I didn't feel as confident, I would have probably taped it off. Then I'll apply a thin layer of polyacrylic top coat, going with the grain of the wood. It goes on milky white, but after 2 or 3 hours, it then dries clear. So once that process is done, sand it completely, take a rag and wipe off that extra dust, apply one more coat of polyacrylic, and then it's done. My Cradle was now ready, and it was just perfect. This new, extra, fun color made it more brilliant, made it more vibrant. Minwax water-based solid color stain gave my Cradles a pop of color. Not just for the plants themselves, but for my home.